first ones, I guess. All right. So we're here at a special meeting Tuesday, September the 10th, 2024. We have President Gregory Nato, myself, Christina Amato, and Adam Pollock. Am I good? Oh, I thought you were saying something. All right. President, also we have Cher, we have Mr. Robert McLaughlin, and I'm always really bad at pronouncing your last name, Larry.
So it's McLaughlin.
McLaughlin. Okay, yes. All right.
Double lock.
Thank you for that.
Famous singer.
Really? She spells it wrong.
I like that answer. So proof notice of the meeting was sent, and so we're here for the purposes of new business. We have a few resolutions in front of us, so I guess we can take it from the top. Do you, Chair, want to elaborate on the resolutions?
So, Mr. Chair, I'll elaborate on the first one. So this was drafted in anticipation of the fact that because there were 4 members and it was getting difficult to make sure that we had a quorum, to make sure that the bills of the agency could continue to get paid. In light of your email earlier today, it's even more important that this resolution be considered. What this does is give the executive director the authority to pay bills, assuming that there's not a quorum at a particular time, but there's some caveats only to existing contractors that the board has already approved, and only for services in the ordinary course of business in accordance with those contracting services, and up to the total sum per month of $25,000 per month, which is about, give or take, your average on a regular basis to pay the contractors. When we do have a quorum going forward, the executive director should report what bills have been paid, and then those will be approved after the fact, called non-pro-tunc, similar to what you're doing today on the renewal of the CD, by the full board at that time. But it allows the agency to operate, continue to maintain the important contractors and vendors that you've engaged to do certain services for the agency, in the event that there is not a quorum on a particular month.
This also gives the executive director the ability to pay bills, or, I mean, this was per what we discussed, where if we have either existing vendors or new vendors up to a certain amount.
Right, so the new vendors would be covered by your existing policy. So again, she would be able to, the executive director would be able to pay those vendors in accordance with that policy.
Okay, excellent. I make a motion that we approve resolution number 2024-09-10-01.
I second.
Okay, we'll do a roll call. Marlon Ramos,
Yes.
Christina Amato,
Yes.
Adam Pollock,
Yes.
and Gregory Nato.
Yes.
Resolution 02 is for the cell tower. There was a request made by Crown Castle to renew their cell tower for 40 years. Right now, the current lease with the city has 2 more years to go. They've proposed a 20 and 20-year term. What this resolution does is allow a 20-year term and then a 60-day renewal notice for an additional 20 years. They can renew after that for up to 4 5-year renewals that can be canceled at any time upon 60 days notice, and that they will pay the agency a $20,000 renewal fee today, which is what they proposed, for that 20-year period.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 2024-09-10-02.
I second.
Okay, we'll do a roll call. Marlon Ramos,
Yes.
Christina Amato,
Yes.
Adam Pollock,
Yes.
Gregory Nato.
Yes.
'03, and the executive director can speak to this, was a renewal of a certificate of deposit with Lakeland Bank that was done in July?
Do you know, Adriana, off the top of your head, when we renewed the CD?
I think it was July 24th, 29th.
Okay, so I have in here the resolution July 19, but in July, this CD was renewed with Lakeland Bank. It was renewed without action of the board. This is a resolution, what's called nunc-pro-tunc, which it means now for then or after the fact. So you're approving that renewal from July today to make sure that the actions taken were proper.
So, with that account, this is the large amount that we deposited, right? So do we have the interest rates on the new one? What was it?
Yeah, we approved, trying to think.
I would have to go grab it, but I think it was, she went.
4.85.
4.5.
4.85 for 9 months, so
Okay.
I think it's up in April.
Okay.
And then as we approach, I would say like March, we can talk about maybe January, February, maybe even in February, if you wanted to do an RFP, you should probably tell me by like the beginning of the year, so that way I have time. There's just not enough time to issue an RFP and then like decide if you want to roll over in a short period of time. But we can talk about that in the beginning of the year.
We'll be in the midst of all the interest rate fund, adjustment funds, so we'll be able to better advise, I think, what is happening with that then. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'll make a resolution that we approve, or a motion that we approve resolution number 2024-09-10-03.
I second?
Okay. Marlon Ramos,
Yes.
Christina Amato,
Yes.
Adam Pollock,
Yes.
and Gregory Nato.
Yes.
Okay.
This next one is what we talked about at the recent board retreat, allowing the executive director to pull together an RFP for a study with respect to determining the commercial business and employment needs and opportunities within the city of Newburgh, and to get that out and then back, and then we can, as a board, decide who to select. It's very broad because I think you want to see what information you can gather, as you talked about.
Will we be able to select, when we have the RFP responses, will we be able to pick someone if we don't have a quorum?
If you don't have a quorum, no.
But if they propose
If it's under the
threshold,
threshold of
then we
20,000,
can
absolutely.
select somebody.
Okay,
The executive director can do that.
Right.
okay.
Okay.
I move that we approve Resolution 2024-09-10-04.
I second.
Okay, roll call. Marlon Ramos,
Yes.
Christina Amato,
Yes.
Adam Pollock,
Yes.
and Gregory Nato.
Yes.
So before we get to number 5, which I would recommend going into executive session, I did send to the board resolution number 6 earlier today after we received the chair's email. I think it's important that the agency, even if there's no quorum, continue to do the work that it can do. You have resolutions that have been passed over the last several years that designate the chair or vice chair or executive director on certain actions that can be taken. If the resolutions have already been passed, there's no reason why a vice chair can't do that. and sign what needs to be signed if there's a closing if Sims comes in and has his financing, someone needs to sign those documents. If Philippe needs something signed. So what this resolution does is maintain the existing titles, but also confirms that all 3 members are vice chairs, which will then give all 3 members the ability to sign and to meet and to agree on certain actions, but obviously can't make decisions for the board.
I think it's, I think we should go into executive session to, I think we have 2 more matters, right? We need to address. But I think that that's a good solution, if you're okay with that solution. You guys are okay?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Do we vote to go into executive session?
You can either vote on this before, or you can vote.
Oh, number 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 2024-09-10-6.
I second.
Okay. Marlon Ramos?
Yes.
Christina Amato?
Yes.
Adam Pollock?
Yes.
Gregory Nato?
Yes.
I will also make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss hiring, right, or staff contracts?
Employment contracts.
Employment contracts.
Second.
Okay. Is all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
It's got to make its way down the road. It hasn't made its way here yet.
Good.
Check, check.
Check.
Check, check. It's like
All right. So we have come out of executive session, and in our executive session, we have made decisions regarding our agency staffing contracts. We spoke with the staff members. Okay. All right. So I think that covers all of new business.
You have to vote on the resolution.
Oh, so yes, we do have to vote on the resolution regarding the renewal of agency staff contracts.
Make the motion?
Yeah, I'll do it. I move that we approve Resolution 2024-09-10-05, the renewal of agency staff contracts, inclusive of the adjustments that were agreed to and made during the executive session.
I second.
Okay, so to do a roll call, Marlon Ramos?
Yes.
Christina Amato?
Yes.
Gregory Nato?
Yes.
And Adam Pollock?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, board. So I guess this is a quick, simple, but sad goodbye. I am happy to say that I'm proud of the work that we've done together. Just like Bob mentioned in the beginning, the purpose of this meeting was because there's a big change in the board, and that's me stepping down as a board member and also the chairperson. So over 7 years here, I'm walking away happy with my contribution here. So like I said, I'm a little sad, but it's just part of where I feel like I need to be in life, and I need to move forward. I'm very confident in everybody that's here. I think that we have really smart people, and all with great insight. So I will be paying attention. I will be just like watching out and celebrating with you all when something new comes up. I definitely will be celebrating economic growth in the city of Newburgh for sure. So, all right, thank you for sharing this time with me.
Thanks, Marlon.
Thanks, Marlon. It was wonderful being with you all this time, especially during a time where a lot of stuff started to really ramp up, and we got more activity and more action, and you were there for it. You were chair for it, and we all thank you.
All right. So we need a motion to adjourn, to close this out officially.
I move that we adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Abstaining? Opposing? All right.
Go in peace.